All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin NFC North Podcast, episode 144, NFC North Training Camp storylines, week one. Bears offense, maybe too sloppy. Packers, are they under the radar? And we do have a special guest, Bears Fan of the Year 2024, Mackenzie Currens. I'm going to welcome you. Thanks for joining us. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
On social media?
Yeah, social media. Tell us a little bit about
Yes.
where. Yeah.
So I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Otherwise, just I'd be at Bears games.
Very good. And we'll talk a little bit about your story being the fan of the year, obviously 2024, and kind of how that comes very soon. So, and everyone can find me on NFLOutdated on YouTube, on the TikTok at Freezin 4 Pod, and also you can find me NFLOutdated on Twitter X Machine. Always love that. And Trevor, welcome back again. Where can everyone find you, sir?
Yeah, thanks for having me back. This is a great podcast. I look forward to this. You can find me RevTrevNFL everywhere, like literally everywhere. You can even find me on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. It's awesome. So glad to be talking about football. It's almost back, baby. Let's go.
It is almost back. Plus, we'll talk about some of the T-shirts and stuff like that we're working on. Some of them came in, and I'm going to take some of them to Bears, Vikings, and possibly Packers training camp as well, and maybe hand some out. See if we can get some in the hands of some of the players, things like that as well. But I would be remiss if I didn't welcome Seventh Letter. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
On Twitter X, same OG on Instagram and Facebook. You know the rest.
We do know the rest.
What's up,
well,
y'all?
Hey, football is back. Talking about training camp, day one. Obviously, stuff to talk about with the Bears and all of that. But first of all, I want to, obviously welcome Mackenzie again. And you are the 2024 Bears Fan of the Year. Tell us a little bit about your story and how one would become the Fan of the Year, and maybe even those who want to become 2025 Fans of the Year for their particular teams as well.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Iowa, and as we all know, Iowa does not have any pro sports teams.
I am wearing my Iowa Hawkeyes shirt, by the way. So.
And when I was about 8, my mom asked me who my favorite football team was because Grandma was buying everyone football stuff for Christmas. And at the time, I didn't really know, but the Bears were good. And so I said the singing football team, which was the Bears. And so in my family, once you make a statement like that, you've made that statement. It's a bold statement. So you have to be a fan of that team. So that was the start of it. And then my next birthday, I have a birthday cake it was a Bears cake. I'm wearing a Walter Payton jersey, and kind of been a Bears fan ever since. And then I ended up moving to Chicago after college, and then getting to go to games and stuff all the time. And how I became the fan of the year is the NFL sends it on email, and to anyone on their list, or you can find it on the NFL page for the Fan of the Year. And in August, I think it's the third week in August, that'll come out. And I happened to see it last year when I got the email. And I do an annual charity event. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and so I do a charity event to raise money for the local hospital where I was treated in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. And so I had just that particular day done all the marketing stuff for that. So what it is, you have to fill out, you can nominate yourself or nominate another person. You have to tell them the story of your fandom, explaining why you're a fan of what team. And then you have to tell them basically your dedication to your community and why you deserve to be fan of the year, things like that. So it's basically writing an essay. And then I kind of forgot that I'd done it, actually, because it was such a long period of time before I found out that I was fan of the year.
Well, that's awesome. Obviously, congratulations on that. And I think, it's been a cool process. I've interviewed a few of the fans of the year, and just really a cool thing to hear. Obviously, you get, tickets to the Super Bowl. You get to go to the, all the stuff prior to that as well, NFL honors. and just a cool process to really celebrate fans and what they bring to the whole experience of an NFL game. I'm telling you, Trev, I'm gonna nominate you for the Packers one, and I think seventh letter. If you play your cards right, I might nominate you for the Lions one. I don't know.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I just watched the rest of the end of the quarterback on Netflix and was crying 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's what I was starting to watch it, and Netflix was kind of pooping out for me. But you know what, though? I think it's your Justin Fields takes that give me a little bit of pause. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, Mackenzie, what were your thoughts moving from Fields to Caleb? And are you a full Caleb Williams truther right now?
So I really liked Justin Fields. I thought that he did a really good job for a guy that basically had no offensive line to protect him.
Ever.
And Caleb, I think that, he didn't have the best first season, but when you look at it, neither did Peyton Manning, neither did Drew Brees. Even Tom Brady, like their first season, they weren't the best, but they played all right. And Caleb really, held his own and didn't do any worse than those guys. And look at, who they are now. So I think that Caleb has great potential. And I think that we've done a lot of good moves in the offseason. So hopefully with a line to protect him, he can be the star that's going to get us there.
I love that. I love that. And before we fully get started, you were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but Dre, welcome in. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
You can find me pretty much on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It's at Skullman Sports, and thanks for having me once again. Nice to meet you. I think I heard it was Mackenzie, so nice to meet you.
I thought you would really come in hot on this JJ and Caleb talk, the possibility that the Bears were going to take JJ McCarthy number one over Caleb Williams. I mean, does anybody want to fire away at us here?
Who said that?
Yeah, who said that? What are we talking about?
Did you hear that, Mackenzie?
No.
Dre, did you hear that?
Was that you that said that?
Yeah, he made that up.
No. That Dre, that's a big report, isn't it?
I wasn't. The only thing I've heard is Anthony Richardson like 2 years ago, but that's it. I haven't heard that.
There's a big blog about that. I don't know, Mackenzie, you heard that yet, but that basically it was reported that they were thinking of taking JJ. They liked him that much, and so. Man, I thought everyone was going to be firing away tonight. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting off easy tonight.
Oh, let's talk about how Caleb doing in training camp. How about that?
Right, let's talk
about how Ben Johnson took the first team off the field.
Let's get there.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about some real stuff.
All right. Here we go. I'll bring that up for you. Thank you, seventh letter. Great transition. All right, Bears training camp storylines. Number one, Caleb handling tough coaching. So. Seventh letter, say what you need to say, sir.
What are you doing? He's stinking it up. He can't read a defense. He can't do nothing. He can't do nothing in the pocket. Everything outside the pocket. That's when he's dangerous. Nothing in the pocket. Everything outside the pocket.
Was it 11 on 11?
I don't care what it was.
7 on 7.
I thought it was 11 on 11.
I'm not worried. Mackenzie, are you worried about this?
I'm not
day
worried.
One.
It's day one. It's training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Seventh letter, we're talking about practice here.
The same thing that was happening. Here we go. Training camp happening again.
We're talking about practice.
Okay, what are we talking about? Let's talk about that.
What else is there to talk about?
That's the only news today.
No, so what?
And your boy Dre stinking it up too. They was talking about that too.
Hey, I've only seen highlights of bombs from JJ to Jets. So other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, they only play the good stuff for y'all sometimes, but they keeping it real in Chicago.
Well, that's what I love. So some may hear that Caleb Williams stick it up, and of course, bring it on. I'm ready. I'm keeping these receipts. I'm keeping them, seventh letter. You know I am. Everyone's saying how bad Caleb is.
You ain't beat me yet. I've been beating the brakes off you for years now, man. Chill out.
Hey, I am still living off week 18, and I love it, Trev. So, number one, Caleb handling tough coaching. What I hear from this isn't Caleb stinks. Everybody wants to say Caleb stinks. What I hear is number two, Ben Johnson's attention to detail. And Mackenzie, I don't know about you, but I mean, anybody that's paid attention to the Bears, we have not had that I can't remember when we've had this type of coaching that actually cares about practice and the detail and the preparation. I mean, you have to love that, right, Mackenzie?
Right. And I think, Ben Johnson is the first coach we've had in a very long time that I'm excited about, that other people are excited about. He can't, he's just like an innovative play caller. And so I think that's really going to, be helpful to us and maybe really turn us around from where we have been.
So seventh letter, you're going to miss Ben. You're going to miss him.
No, I won't. Not at all.
And we'll definitely talk about Lions coming up as well.
I won't miss him? Because Jamison Williams is saying, my new offensive coordinator is letting me run routes now.
Oh, come on. He has to say that. The most
talented player, the most talented wide receiver that I got on my team. Not the best, but the most talented. He had him he didn't trust him.
He's got the biggest head case.
The route tree. That man runs a 4-2 whatever, and he just running them straight out all game, all day. That's all they do with him.
We'll give the Lions some attention very soon. We're still kind of going on the Bears. You brought it up. We got to talk about it completely. What I'm excited about, and as far as draft wise, the Bears had some interesting picks. I didn't know what Ozzie Trapilo was going to be, but looking at camp, there's a real left tackle battle between him and Braxton Jones. Ozzie Trapilo has been starting some. I'm really kind of interested to see that. Mackenzie, are you kind of paying attention to that as well?
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see who ends up playing on opening day. That first game against Minnesota, because I think that we've got a lot of talented players out there right now, and it's going to see how they all mesh together. Because I think right now that's the biggest thing, is figuring out who's going to play well together and get that rhythm that we need.
And Trev, I know one of your favorite Bears is Jalen Johnson.
Who?
Exactly. Jalen Johnson. It was reported that he was going to be obviously on the non-injury list or something. But then it came out that he's going to be possibly missing weeks with an injury. When you look at Jalen Johnson, is he one of the best cornerbacks in the division?
Well, there's only 4 teams.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, he's better than anything the Packers have.
That's a softball pitch. Bam.
He's
all right. Thank you.
He's got to be better than what the Packers have, right?
Oh, for sure. Okay. I think Jalen Johnson is good. I think he's really good. It's Brisker that I keep laughing at. That's the guy I keep laughing at. But Jalen Johnson is legit. He's fantastic. But that really hurts. Because apparently you guys are not going to lose a game this year in the offseason, they say. So maybe you'll only lose a couple games this year now. But Jalen Johnson is very good, and losing him does hurt a lot for sure.
Did you see on Twitter? I posted the Bears win candle. We're going to have 11 of those this year. 11.
Okay.
11 wins. I mean, Mackenzie.
You're going to go from 5 to 11?
Oh, easy. I mean, Mackenzie, I don't know how, high you are on, obviously, the Bears win total, things like that. But before we get there, what about Jalen Johnson and Loveland and Burden? Some of these health things, too. Like, do you, pay attention throughout the whole training camp and kind of, see the different things, or you just kind of wait until it's over and then kind of make your thoughts and assessments toward what the season is going to look like after training camp?
I just kind of wait till it's over. I don't pay a lot of attention to training camp. I don't actually pay a lot of attention to preseason either, because, half the people that are playing preseason probably aren't going to be on the roster. So, I mean, I pay attention to what I see on social media and stuff, but I don't pay that close of attention. And as for what I think that the Bears are going to win at least 10 games.
Wow. You heard it here. 10 or 11 games, and I'd love that, here's the thing, and I brought this up on another podcast as well, the CNG podcast, and talking about how the Bears defense did well in spurts last year. Obviously, when we had Gervon Dexter go down, that hurt us, right? But I think we did well without a true defensive coordinator. And I think, that matters in practice, all the preparation, those things matter. And we obviously, only won 5 games, but we were right there in a number of other ones. And so I think we're going to really surprise the rest of the division and the NFL in some of these games, especially when you talk about now having a coach in Ben Johnson that has that attention to detail. I mean, I'm excited. Obviously, these the injury bug right now, I'd rather have it now than when the season starts. All right.
Yeah, we don't got nothing, man. Let's look at this. We're gonna have.
Well, no, I got something right now.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So Zach Pearson covering the Bears for the Bears Report as a part of the 247 Sports. Okay.
Yeah.
Said first day of training camp notes. Caleb Williams. By the way, you commented on this, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams was picked off early in 11-on-11 drills.
Okay, 11-on-11. All right, yeah.
Okay, Tremaine Edmonds got him on a pass over the middle. Okay, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ben Johnson was verbally and visibly upset during 7-on-7 drills with Caleb Williams and the first team stopped the drill not once, twice after they couldn't get lined up quick enough. Eventually pulled the offense. I'm very glad that he's got attention to detail. Mm-hmm. You need a coach like this because this franchise is such a joke. We're talking practice 1, right?
Coming out hard. Wow.
So be thankful that Ben Johnson, honestly, Johnson is there cracking the whip because I think Caleb Williams is very good. I think he's a very good quarterback. Should he be drafted Jaden Daniels? Probably, but he's good. He's good. Caleb Williams has talent. You guys have got to surround him not only with weapons, but you guys got to get an O-line to protect him so he's not running for his life. So, but you're talking day 1. He's already getting reamed out on day 1. This is your generational talent.
I love it.
So
Mackenzie,
good thing you have Ben Johnson. Good thing you have Ben Johnson. That's my rant right now.
I'm going to let you respond to that, Mackenzie. Go ahead.
Well, I think that, it's day 1. And I think that Ben Johnson is showing that he's serious. He wants to be here. And I think that, showing us what we potentially could do. I think that, sometimes you got to be that stern parent to get a kid to do what you want him to do. So I think in order to get the offense to mesh, he's going to have to, be that stern parent.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely. Trevor, you cannot rain on my parade tonight. You cannot rain on my parade this week. What I hear, Tremaine Edmonds, and for those who maybe don't pay attention to the Bears linebackers, him picking Caleb Williams up, I think that's more about Dennis Allen and how good this defense is going to be. And when you look at the linebackers and some of the different positioning, where they're going to put Tremaine Edmonds, where are they going to put the rest of them, where are they going to put Hippolyte? I'm excited for that linebacking crew and just for that defense. So, Mackenzie, you have to be excited on the defensive side for what Dennis Allen is going to do for this Bears team.
Yes, I'm very excited. And I think, Tremaine is one of my favorite players. I think that he's phenomenal. And I think that, he kind of leads the defense.
He's phenomenal.
Absolutely. I 100% endorse that. So we're all.
Tremaine Edmonds is phenomenal.
I think as a defensive leader for the Bears, for what we have, yes.
I think we have a different definition.
Oh man, you guys chose violence tonight. Hey,
no. You know what, Mackenzie? I just want you to know, congratulations on winning Fan of the Year. That is epic. That's impressive. I'm very, very happy to meet you, and I think that is such a cool accomplishment. And that's a historic franchise, and they did a great job picking you. That's what I think.
I was waiting for the butt here. Oh nope. Man, you saved the butts for me. I get it. That's okay.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. She keep going.
All right, let's go.
We
Let's
have to
move on.
disagree at some point.
All right, Dre, let's move on to the Vikings because, I feel like they're going to be out of it pretty quickly this year.
Damn. All right. Jeez.
Wow.
Shots fired.
I have to go on to that. All right, Vikings camp storylines, and I'm kind of looking at it. Obviously, we've talked about it ad nauseum with JJ, but saw a little article about JJ, his growth, and maybe layering different things for him. What are some other things kind of that you're looking at beyond that? Obviously, running back, cornerback health, all these different things that can make or break your season.
I mean, like when it comes to training camp, like honestly, when it comes to social media posting, all for the most part, it's either going to be highlights or extreme lowlights, and with people making fun of somebody, like with the Giants quarterback, his first pass was a pick six. I mean, like these are the types of things you're going to see. So, like I've learned that you kind of just have to take everything with a grain of salt. I could get really excited about things, like there was a really great pass from JJ to Addison. I saw a great highlight of. Thing is, we're also playing our own defense and also not like full on. And then also Madison may not be there for I don't know what his suspension status is.
Probably 3 games. Yep.
So who knows that's not, I can't get my hopes up too much. So I think that's kind of how I have to look at it. I love seeing the highlights. It does get me excited. I like what I see, but it's training camp. I mean, these things may not even translate when you get into preseason, and they may not even, and there's who knows if it will translate even a little bit once you get into actual like week one, like it's great to see. I really do like seeing, generally speaking, like going into the Metella stuff, like I like seeing them show up and everything. And it shows that they're not like trying to like be holdouts or anything like that. So I respect that. And I think Mattel, like it shows, if anything, how good the organization is, that they're willing. They know that the deal is it's going to get done. It's just the matter of time, and no one's trying to screw over the other person. So like it's not like what's happening in Washington with Scary Terry, like or what's happening in Dallas with Parsons. Like we don't have that. So I'm certain it's going to get done at this point. It's just like they obviously have trust in Kwesi, so I think like at the end of the day, I'm excited for it, and love seeing the highlights at the end of the day. But that's all it is. Like they're not gonna like most like organizations. They're not gonna show the lowlights. The lowlights are always just gonna be a fan who's honestly trolling, and even that is not even gonna be the full picture because they're doing it just to troll.
I feel like you're talking right to me, right to my soul. But hey, that's all right. So when the Vikings selected Dallas Turner, I was kind of afraid because I really like him as a player. Kind of looking at Cam, it's going to be interesting to see kind of where they position him. He's kind of a little bit of a hybrid, I believe, between running linebacker and edge rusher. So I mean, for what the Vikings defense does, I mean. That does scare me a little bit, and maybe would at least hasten the downfall for your Vikings this year.
Wow. Yeah, I like Turner a lot. Like I thought he was a freak in college. Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot of like just like raw talent that like if Flores, which I think he can do well with, that if he can dial it in, I mean he's going to be nasty. Just because, like you said, he's kind of a hybrid type of player, and like if he can cover at least somewhat decently, he's fast enough to get around the edge. I mean, toward the end of the year, he was playing really well. Once I guess he got kind of out of the doghouse. I'm not sure if it was exactly a doghouse, but like he wasn't playing very well, I guess, in practice. So that's why Flores didn't put him in as much, but they started putting him in. So I think like now, one, he's had that full season, another full off season. I think like he's not a rookie. If anything, like I think it's better to kind of be okay your rookie year and then like have a sophomore jump versus a sophomore slump. So I think like I think he has a lot of opportunity. I mean, they were obviously really excited about him. And so like I think like he, especially with Flores, who's obviously shown that he can make like 2 years ago, were we really talking about Van Ginkel like really that much? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
he's done a lot more with less. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think like I think at the end of the day, I think Flores will be able to turn that around and make him look really, really good and scary for other teams.
Hey, yo, Dre, you ain't gotta explain yourself to nobody. He was 14-3, man. So we gonna go out there and whoop your ass again this year. Say that. That's all you gotta do.
Oh no.
Only one you can't talk tough to is me. Everybody else, do what you want.
Dre's being Minnesota nice. He's being Minnesota nice here.
Yeah, I'll save anything when we get to week 1 and forward.
What? Oh yeah, obviously this
is the time. This is
yeah,
when everyone thinks.
What am I gonna say? Like, there's so many like questions with the Vikings teams, like and honest questions that like we honestly don't know, but at the same time, I'm confident enough to be okay and just be like, all right, listen, I know what my team is, I know what our coaching staff is, and we've said this so many times. Coaching is what matters. I would arguably say our coaching staff is the most, I guess, consistent, most consistent and most trustworthy coaching staff currently. That just because one, obviously, 2 of the teams don't have the same coaching staff as last year, and then obviously LaFleur has had ups and downs depending on the year, whereas KOC like relatively has like in the past, like his coaching staff here, like he's done obviously really well with what he's had. So I think like that is something to say. And I trust in that. I trust in if anything, trust in the process for KOC at least.
Well, speaking of that, I'm actually planning on being at camp on Saturday. I had to pay $20 to go to Vikings training camp. It's the only one that makes you pay, but I'm going. I'm driving the 4.5 hours to go.
Did you pay for your gas mileage?
Yeah, I'm gonna charge it to the show here. And I had my shirts coming in, and I have the big KOC shirts. I'm going to try to get one in the hands of good old KOC here. And here we go. Trev's logo here, the big KOC. And I'm going to try to get that in his hands and go from there. But I'm excited to kind of see. I do feel like, all kidding aside, the Vikings do have the best training camp of the 4 that I've participated in. They really have done everything well as far as everything kind of in one area. I mean, Mackenzie, have you been to any of the Bears training camps at Hallis Hall or previous ones?
No, not at Hallis Hall. Okay,
so yeah, Hallis Hall is a little bit more. I still like what they do, but it's they only have a few tickets that they can sell, so it's a little bit more condensed. I like what they do. Obviously, the Packers are the absolute worst in the division for what they do, but the Lions do it well as well. But training camp's here, and let's go ahead and talk about your Lions there. 7th letter. I mean,
let's see the break. All right, Hendon Hooker take a next step. Probably not. This is Jared's team. More to prove? No, not really. Just stay healthy.
No. Morton, or who has more to prove, John Morton or Jared Goff?
John Morton.
Okay.
Because everybody crowned Ben Johnson. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, at the end of the day, Ben Johnson has all these nice ideas and everything, but you still need the type of quarterback and, to carry out his vision. So Jared Goff was that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he didn't quite get there, though.
No, he was hurt. He was hurt.
Jared Goff was hurt?
No, he was. Yo, now I know. Now you saw in the NFL the game Why he threw all those interceptions against the Texans? You can see it on the NFL the quarterback show. He hurt his ankle. He was hurt.
He was hurt. All right.
I know why everything looks short. His ankle was hurt. Isaac Tesla worthy of a 3rd round pick? Yeah, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't he?
I think obviously more weapons. I think that's going to be good for
4'4", 40-inch vertical. Come on, man. Like he's all right. He's good.
I think the biggest thing, though, obviously your guy Aiden Hutchinson, if he had not gotten hurt, I do think he would have gone to the Super Bowl.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. With Elaine McNeil and Aiden Hutchinson, we would have easily beat the Chiefs. Easily. Without a doubt. With no doubt in my mind.
But is he like fully healthy? Like that's a big injury to come back from.
Well, the good thing about those type of breaks that, they heal pretty well. It'll be more of a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a freak accident, a freak accident, of course. But at the end of the day, man, like everybody else got to play too. It shouldn't all be on Aiden Hutchinson. That shouldn't be the only pressure we're able to get on the quarterback. Don't forget, we drafted a defensive tackle as our 1st round pick. So we should get more interior, pressure anyway to help him out because he was all we had most of the time. And hopefully Davenport can stay healthy. I doubt it, but whatever we get out of him is fine. Hopefully we get Anzalone locked up. Hopefully, but if not, he can go too. I'm not. You're
talking about Shelby's ex-boyfriend, Marcus Davenport.
That's fine. He could be whatever. She's with a better person than him right now, so that's good.
That's true. That's true.
At least her new boyfriend stay healthy. Shit.
One of our former Vikings people, Shelby Tweten, shout out to her. She's fantastic, but she has been on in the past. She dated a few players, so we always give her a hard time about that. But obviously, that's a claim to fame that I do not have. So
she also has sang the national anthem in Minnesota at the stadium.
That is true. And
might be doing it again this year.
I am going to try to get to that if it happens. So, Mackenzie, when you talk about, obviously the Lions, are you worried about them as a Bears fan, obviously repeating, or what team are you more worried about in the division overall?
Well, I think that the Lions, they've lost Ben Johnson, so I don't know. We don't know how that's all going to work out. And when you think about the games, the close games last year, the Thanksgiving game against the Lions was super close. And, we had the close Vikings game, and then we beat the Packers. So I think that ultimately, I think that, the Vikings, the first game, Monday Night Football in Chicago, I think that's going to be an interesting game. But I don't know. I think that probably it's always like the Vikings maybe that I'm more worried about every year because you don't know what team you're going to get with them.
That's true.
So why you not worried about us? You know what you're going to get with us. Pound it. Pound it. And then blew out the second
We
game.
might be able to beat you this year.
We almost beat you on Thanksgiving with the broken coaching staff.
Around with y'all that game. That's what happened.
I remember
sometimes Ben Johnson's, does that. You know what I mean?
Who's the head coach? Who's the head coach?
What you mean?
Where does the buck stop?
Because we was letting Ben Johnson do Ben Johnson because he's this and that, and they kept on like he. I'm glad he gone.
You're saying your coach doesn't have control.
My coach does have control, but he lets the coaches coach.
Okay, all right.
So
now you've got a coaching staff that's young. It's going to be hard to trust early on. So I'm not really worried about the Lions.
Johnny Morton is older than Ben Johnson.
Young in his responsibility.
Man, we gonna run that ball, and Jameson Williams gonna have 1,400 receiving yards. That's what's gonna happen.
I tell you what, I am worried about the running game. Obviously, the Bears obviously need to, make sure that their defensive line is, stronger than it was toward the end of the year, obviously with Javon Dexter hurt. But yeah, I mean that running, they have probably the best two running backs or the running back room in the division. I think.
Who?
The Lions.
Oh, I thought you was about to black out and say the Bears. Oh yeah.
You know I love Rashawn Johnson.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
And you know Monin is my guy as well. So
okay.
But I do love the Lions. So what about you, Trev? Are you worried about those Lions?
Yeah, absolutely. I think right now they're probably the best team in the division, and if they were healthy last year, legitimate shot at winning the Super Bowl. I think last year was their year. We'll see. I still think they're still super stacked and super good. So I don't know. Like looking at the team, all they were talking about is some coaches. You still have the head coach. So I don't know. I think it's like you were trying to find kinks in the massive armor of the Lions. And I'm not sure that there are very many at this stage. And so we're trying our best to kind of like poke a hole where there really isn't too much of a hole. But yeah, I mean, you want to hear something wild, Andy?
Yeah, I
saw today because I'm gonna, when I head on vacation, I do all my fantasy football research. Okay, This is where the success comes in. I end up winning championships, all that stuff, right? So I'm looking for those gems later on. Caleb Williams is ranked right now, this is wild, as the 11th or 12th best quarterback. Okay.
In the league?
In the league. Like they're saying that. So if you're in a 12-team league, you should be starting Caleb Williams. Okay, that's what they're saying. You know who's behind him? Jared Goff. I almost lost my lunch. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Yeah. That is how crazy the overhype of Caleb is. And you got a guy does Caleb Williams have some more weapons? Yes. It does. Is his O-line better? Possibly this much.
Yes.
Jared Goff is literally going to torch the league again this year. He was like the 4th or 6th best quarterback last year, and we're gonna put him at number 16 and Caleb at 12. Please, those people need to come into my league. Please, 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 draft Caleb over Goff. Yes. I'm gonna win these leagues.
You talking about Jared Goff, the one that threw 37 touchdowns, man?
That guy, yeah, that one,
that one. You know what I'm saying? 4,600 yards, huh? That one. That's what you talk about.
That's the one.
They don't respect you, Jared. But just keep on cooking them now. Keep cooking them. Go off.
I don't know. I would take Caleb Williams any day over Jared Goff in fantasy. Any day.
You're crazy.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
You're not winning a championship if you do that.
You on that antibiotic again.
I'm telling you right now, Andy, you're not drafting Caleb Williams in any of our leagues. I guarantee you. You will draft Josh Allen. You'll probably draft Joe Burrow. I don't know. You're not drafting Caleb Williams. I'm not drafting
Josh Allen. I don't draft a quarterback that high. But you let the board fall to you. And when you look at upside and just with the new offense and with all the different weapons that Caleb has, I'll take that. When you look at the Lions, this is why I take Caleb Williams over Jared Goff. The Lions, their bread and butter is going to be running the football. They're going to be handing the rock off. I mean, that's what it's going to be. And when you look at the Bears, obviously, our biggest question mark, and Mackenzie, correct me if I'm wrong, this year is the running back. We don't know what Swift is going to be. I like Swift. I don't love Swift. I mean, Mackenzie, the Bears running backs are kind of suspect. I mean, would you agree on that?
I agree. It's one of those things you don't know who's going to play and how they're going to come out and what mood they're going to be in. I feel like they're very temperamental.
Yeah, and so that's why I take Caleb Williams any day, especially when you look at what Ben Johnson's going to do. You get the ball into all your hands, and maybe it's just like a short little out, and you have these wide receivers that are going to have yards after the catch. I would take that any day over Jared handoff Goff any day. I mean,
dude, come on now.
Come on,
You're not even. You're like, I understand you're trying to get him riled up, but let's just talk about some facts here, okay? The guy who handed off the ball last year threw the ball 539 times.
All right,
like that's the fact. It's not my opinion.
Let's
539.
Okay. I love that. That's a fantastic fact. Who was his offensive coordinator?
Yeah, that's somebody that throw the ball too damn much. But you saying handoff golf. So you called him handoff golf, but he threw the ball 500 times for.
Who was his offensive coordinator that was
37 touchdowns?
Who was his offensive coordinator?
Can't be both.
Who was his offensive coordinator?
It was Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. There you go. So that's going to translate to Caleb.
Okay.
And
so Caleb better learn how to throw from the pocket.
Maybe
that's not his strength.
Maybe. Well,
it's pretty good.
Hey, here you go. We do have some Lions merch as well. You gotta, shout out the bonfire. Detroit versus. You gotta say it. Everybody.
I mean, I will say this in defense of Caleb Williams. Not that I would take Goff over him.
Right.
As of last year, last year's stats, Caleb Williams threw the ball more than Goff did.
He was also sacked 68 times.
Yeah,
because he holds the ball too long.
Exactly, Mackenzie.
That's
Exactly.
why he's being coached hard right now to not do that.
Yeah, I hope so.
To trust his offensive line.
Because Ben Johnson
threw more balls than everyone else in the division.
Ben Johnson gives the quarterback a lot of freedom. Well, Jared Goff, because he can read a defense. When you at the line of scrimmage, you got to say either if it's good, we good. You got to be able to read the blitzes. You got to be able to read the line. You got to read the safeties. It's very important to know how to do that. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff had a lot of autonomy at the line of scrimmage, and I think that he expects the generational talent to be able to do the same thing. So I
am gonna love the season. I am keeping these receipts, all of them.
I'm keeping this receipt too. If you do not draft Caleb Williams, I'm going to all over you like a fat kid on a smart.
He needs to tell you that right now. Hey, we need to boycott the show and make him pull up these receipts that he be, because at the end of the year, we got 2 years worth of material.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, yes. I was not entirely wrong on Justin Fields. I think he is going to be the comeback player of the year in 2025 with the Jets. They're making the playoffs.
Are you entirely wrong about Caleb Williams? Because you got tape on that too.
I mean, you said
that was his first year.
Kirk Cousins was getting comeback of the year last year.
I did say
that. Caleb. Remember, you didn't even want him. He cried to his mom's. He put his face in his mother's chest.
It is irrefutable that Caleb Williams reads the defense better than Justin Fields. I think that's one thing. I love Justin Fields. I'm a huge truther on him, but he does, not see the field as well as Caleb. So, I mean, Mackenzie, would you kind of back me on that?
I agree. I mean, I was a huge Justin Fields fan, and so I do think that Caleb's able to read things a little better.
He's the first overall pick. If he doesn't, that is the worst fail of all time. Did you see his thing this week, guys? He's like, one of my personal goals is to throw over 4,000 yards. You better throw over 4,000 yards. And we're talking every single season. You're the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. And if you had a goal to throw under 400,000 yards per year, it's like, why are we talking about this? Why? It's like, so I want to be the best quarterback the Bears have ever seen. That's a low bar. Yes, you better be the best quarterback this franchise has ever seen. There should be no competition that Caleb Williams is the best Bears quarterback in their history.
Who was your best quarterback? Did you like Jay Cutler? Jay Cutler? Was that your best quarterback ever?
I would think Jay. And then everyone's going to say McMahon because he won a Super Bowl.
No.
It was the defense that won the Super Bowl.
He handed the ball
Mackenzie, I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, it's Jay Cutler on right now.
Mm-hmm. And for all those, I was a huge Cutler fan. I love Cutler. Obviously, he in some of the clutch moments. He got kind of a bad rap in that NFC Championship game versus the Packers. If Caleb Haney, if he was not injured and Caleb Haney wasn't the quarterback, the Bears are going to the Super Bowl. I mean, there's no questioning that. Absolutely no questioning that. But hey, it didn't happen. When you look at a team that I was actually on a Bears podcast, this past weekend, and we talked about you better win. And obviously it's against the Packers. Obviously the Bears did win in week 18. Packers fans have a lot of excuses. They weren't at full strength, whatever, what have you. But one team that I think, if the Bears were to only win 2 games in 2025 or any season, if it was versus the Packers, I would say that's a success. I mean,
my gosh.
Absolutely. I mean,
somebody clip this.
Mackenzie, I don't know about you, but if the Bears went 2-15 and both wins were versus the Packers, I mean, you would have to at least love that, right?
I mean, that would be good. There's other teams out there that I really hope we can beat.
No, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Yep. But you got to beat the Packers. The Packers, and as you guys say, you better win. And so, Trevor,
you better win. Yes, you better win.
Trevor, give us a little insight on some of the Packer storylines going into the training camp. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Maybe I didn't even have any here. Here we go.
Made him speechless.
I'll give you that. All right, here we go. I found them.
I just need to respond to this. I can't sit here and listen to delusional thinking like this. And if we just won 2 games, and we're 2-15, I'd be good with that. Oh, I'd be happy with that. This is exactly why your franchise sucks. Because you're so obsessed with the Packers. Guess what? Week whatever we're playing you is Bears week. After that, that's it. It's like you guys, you should be we're preparing for the playoffs. That's what we're preparing.
Tell you what, I was in Green Bay for the draft this year, and all I heard, it wasn't playoff Super Bowl. It was the Bears still suck. I mean, we are in your head from week 18. You are worried about Caleb Williams.
Fruit of all time.
You're worried about Caleb Williams. You're worried that we have surpassed you. And so maybe some of these storylines, maybe this is going to be helpful for you to maybe get back on the level. So I think you were doing a video about the wide receiver pecking order. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, I just did a video on this. Who's the number 1 wide receiver in Green Bay? And the answer is, who cares? Throw the ball to the guy who's open. It does not matter. Would I like to have a Devontae Adams number 1 wide receiver on my team? For sure. It'd be great to have a Jefferson, a Jamar Chase. Obviously, that's great. Fantasy football has infiltrated the NFL in such a way that people have this negative narrative that we have a bad receiving core because we don't have a true elite number 1 wide receiver. That is the dumbest thing ever. Because it does not matter. It's about winning games, and literally Jordan Love spreads the ball around. He always has. It does not matter. Who's going to be the best wide receiver this year on this team? I don't know. It's going to be Dobbs one week. It's going to be Reed another week. When Watson comes back, it's going to be him one week. It's going to be Golden. It's going to be Wicks another week. It's going to be let's be honest, right? That is so this idea that we have a bad receiving core, that's crazy.
Well, that's a perfect segue to
receiving core more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Especially with Christian Watson. And maybe Christian Watson will be kind of like pushed aside with Matthew Gold. And Trevor, I have to show the shirt. Here we
That's
go.
A beauty.
Green and golden. Let's see if I can get it here in the shot.
Beautiful.
I am going to probably, if they let me in, I'm going to go to the Packers training camp on Monday and try to get that in Marcus Golden's hands, or at least get him to sign it or something like that. I'm probably going to be wearing my Iowa stuff a little bit incognito. Mackenzie, I think it would be a little bit scary if I wore my Bear stuff to Packers training camp, don't you?
Agreed.
So I don't want to get, mauled or anything, but I'm going to be there on Monday.
You should buy probably 100 of those shirts in different sizes. You're going to sell so many of those there.
Well, the goal is to hand 1 or 2 out, and then obviously direct them to our website here and just kind of go from there. I think we've got the Caleb's Crib Lambo. I got that out there as well. So
that's
I'm going to try to get that one in Caleb's hands as well. So we'll see. I'm excited for Monday for Bears training camp, but when I look at the Packers, obviously. You know me. I do still say that Jordan Love is a little bit mid, and I
just made a video about that tonight. I just posted it literally before we went live.
And he still has a lot to prove. He still has a lot to prove.
Sure.
But when I look at him, and I do get a little bit afraid when he kind of drops back to pass because he has the talent. It's just I don't know if he has the accuracy because of the footwork. You would think during training camp that the Packers would be working on that. That obviously, what are we going to get in year 3 of Jordan Love? I mean, Trevor, you're not worried about this Jordan Love pressure at all, are you? He's got a big contract, so
yeah, he's overpaid 100%, 100%. And if I was Jordan, I'd be as happy as he is too. Jordan Love is a good quarterback. I wouldn't say he's elite. This is his 3rd year now with this roster, and I just think with all the experience and all the reps and healthy, I think he'll be solid. The idea that Jordan Love is mid is absolutely ridiculous, but I understand this is what the hill you want to die on, and I'm okay with that. So, yeah.
There you go.
I think Jordan Love's pretty good. You're going to find out.
Cartier US Packers need a wide receiver 1. I mean, you have to know, obviously you said it doesn't matter, but in crunch time, who are they going to? Are they going
matter. Throw to the guy who's open.
In crunch time, who are they going to?
Okay, so let's say it's Dobbs, it's Golden, and it's Reed, and then they got Kraft. Okay, so which one's on the third cornerback?
Okay.
Throw it to that guy.
All right,
that's going to be open. Or who's the guy? What linebacker is going to be like? Hey, I'm going to go on Reed. Okay, you're hooped, man. It's like you're going to go on Golden, a linebacker, whatever linebacker lines up on one of those wide receivers. And Watson's going to be back sooner than later. This is craziness. Wicks, if he can control the drops, we're talking about this is a very solid lineup. So, anyways, it is what it is.
Hey, I get it that you're excited. You should be excited for the offensive line. Obviously, that it's going to be interesting. Obviously, some different changes. You signed Zach Tom. You made a video about that as well.
Yeah, that's here's the thing, and that's probably the biggest piece for the Bears. As much as they've totally added and revamped coaching staff, it's the O-line, and literally the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers had 3 really great offensive lines this year, and that's why we were all in the playoffs. I mean, we talked about that, 2 weeks ago, 7th letter? O-line matters.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so when you fix your O-line, then you're going to be dangerous. It might be another year before that happens, but who knows? Maybe you fixed it this offseason. All I know is all these people who are like, we paid too much for Tom. It's like, dude, he's one of the best right tackles in all of football. Like, I understand what people are complaining about. It's not your money. It's not my money. It's like we're gonna keep our O-line great. Okay, sign me up.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, the trenches matter. The trenches matter, offense and defense.
Oh, you know that better than everybody up here.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Poor Caleb, man. I mean, Justin was running for his life as it was, and he has the talent to evade people. But Caleb's actually a pretty good runner, like he is. He torched us a little bit in that last game, but But man, when he's how many sacks did he get in that one game? 8 or 9? It was crazy.
I have blocked it all out. I was probably sitting in a dark in my dark living room and paying no attention to Twitter, seventh letter, and just kind of watching something on Netflix, perhaps. I don't know. Mackenzie, do you remember how many sacks?
I feel like it was 8 the one game. But
That's
trying
crazy.
to block it out.
Yeah, same.
Well, and you're right, Mackenzie, like 100% right. Like, here's the guy you pick first overall. This is your franchise quarterback. This is your future, right? And you're going to go and let him get sacked 8 times? Like, that is bad business.
Hold up, and then sign the GM that thought that was a good idea to sit him out there with that offensive line. Yo, y'all resigned him for Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson saved his job. That's crazy.
He did. Yeah.
That man has done nothing.
That's not fair. He has done. He has done something.
He lost. He y'all have progressively gotten worse.
No.
Record wise.
Okay, there's a lot that goes into that, right? Obviously,
I don't care.
The narrative would be completely different had we had
4 years straight. He's 4 years. This year 4 or this year 5?
This is year 1, baby. Year 1.
No. For your general manager.
Year 1, he just got re-signed. So
your general manager.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, he stunk it up since he's been there, and then y'all resigned him.
Wow. So Mackenzie, are you in or out on Ryan Poles?
I'm undecided.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. That's
okay,
fair.
but way better than the other Ryan, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we had Ryan Pace, we had just a mess. So everything's relative. Obviously, I am jealous of the Packers, coaching staff. You know me, for a while, I had a man crush on LaFleur, and now my man crush Dre is on the big KOC and all of that. So, but hey, I think Ben Johnson, I think he is crush-worthy here as well. He is crush-worthy. He is going to turn things around. And I think, obviously, yes, Ryan Poles has made some missteps, but he is obviously going to benefit from Ben Johnson kind of falling in his lap here. I mean, just as a Bears fan, like I was terrified that we were going to go with Mike McCarthy. I mean, I don't know about you, Mackenzie, but I wanted nothing to do with Mike McCarthy unless they rehire him as a Packers head coach or something. I didn't want anything. And so we finally, our cheap ownership finally went out and got the big name coach, because as you guys say, seventh letter, as you guys say, you better win. This is the time. We got the quarterback. I know you guys say we think I think we have the quarterback. We have some pieces in place. It's time. We better win. We better start putting things together. And this is the time for the Bears. Obviously, a lot of people are skeptical. I'm okay with that. But what I love about the four-letter network and all the pundits right now is it's about time, Trevor. It's about time for them to start saying the dark horse candidate for the Super Bowl is your Green Bay Packers every single year without.
That is true.
Every single year.
I mean, yeah.
Green Bay Packers. If Jordan Love puts it together.
Oh, yeah. It's a bear in my backyard right now, man. It's crazy.
Oh, hey, maybe it's a sign.
Haunting you.
Yeah, right. Look at that. 3 bears on my screen.
Okay, let's be honest.
Go ahead, yeah.
Who's actually saying that the Green Bay Packers are going to win the Super Bowl?
Every year, Trevor.
Name me one person
Every year, bro.
What person?
Every year.
It's coming. It's coming.
Every
Watch
year.
the network. It's whether it's Dan Orlovsky or somebody on the network. I think they do that because they know that Packer fans move the needle. They start feeling themselves. Your guy, the Quick Trip guy.
Oh, Matt. I was on
Ramage.
the show this week.
Matt Ramage.
Matt Ramage is the man.
Great guy. I love Matt, but he's got his Packers shtick, right? It's all in.
Matt is a self-proclaimed homer. He literally has a shirt that says homer. He's like, I'm never going to not pick the Packers. That's what I appreciate about him. He's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He's the same. Like, even when we're terrible, he's going to pick us. I get it. But I'm talking about, like, and he wouldn't say he's the smartest, insider. He wouldn't even say, I'm the guy with a microphone and a camera. That's it. So I love Matt. He has great content. He has lots of fun. But Matt would be like, so we're going to use Matt as his homer picks, saying that's who's saying it.
No, every single year. Paige, just wait. It's coming. It's coming in August. I mean, Mackenzie, you see it as well, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Several of my Packer friends are always saying Packers are going to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, then that's okay. Like, that's fine. If people say that, don't you want your team to win the Super Bowl? I do. It's like, I want them to win.
Well, but it's different. Like, so the Vikings, I mean, it's actually interesting. And I don't know if you're on this, Dre, but I'm seeing it from a lot of Vikings fans, some of our Dave and some of our other people that have been on. They are, all in on the Vikings now getting the Super Bowl like this, because you're starting to feel yourself because you did well last year. But I mean, Vikings fans, I think, are still a little bit more cautious on saying that. Like, maybe it's the Minnesota nice thing. You're not able to say.
I wouldn't say Minnesota nice. I would say we've been confident, and it just bites us in the ass later. Like, that's the key point of Minnesota sports, honestly. But especially with the Vikings. I mean, you look back at any of our like relatively good years, like we have a 98, we have a great season. The kicker doesn't miss a single kick, and then in the last game of the season, misses one. We don't go to the Super Bowl. Same thing when it comes to 09 versus the Saints. It actually was. Bountygate happened. So, I mean, I think still we should have won that game, but that didn't happen. Trauma. Then we had like a few years ago versus the Saints again with the quote unquote Minneapolis Miracle, and then we decided to play one drive versus the Eagles and then forget how to play football. So and then we lost the game on a field goal versus Seahawks a little bit before that too. And I mean, we've had arguably our opposite sides of that, where games that somehow we won. We only need 5 touchdowns, and somehow that worked. And then versus the Bills 2 years ago. I mean,
you mean 5 field goals, not touchdowns.
No, the 5 touchdowns. The one versus the Colts.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, the comeback.
Yeah, the comeback from 3-0.
Day for that. I was mad as hell looking at that game. I could punch him in his face today for that. Like right now, if he was in my living room, I'd punch him in his face.
Yeah, but
I love watching that game.
The Vikings, interesting. Like, I didn't think they were going to be good last year. I didn't hear one Vikings fan saying we're going to have a dominating year, blah, blah, blah. And then you guys balled out. I mean, you were way better than I thought you were going to be.
Oh, boy, Trevor, they started climbing up from under rocks and everything.
Oh, for sure.
2 and 3 of them on the show.
Sure,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, because of last year, they're like, we're not going to get fooled again. Now we're going to plug and play JJ, and he's going to pass to JJ nonstop. So now we're going to be 15-2, 14-3 again. No doubt, no problem. And it's like, wow, like that's the one that switched. That's the one that switched. The fan base was like, nah. Like, remember Shelby? I don't know. I don't know. All of a sudden it's like, woohoo! Everyone's like, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. It's like, okay,
because of the big KOC. They said
he didn't want to say Super Bowl because
I mean, like, I'm not that old, but I'm still old enough to say that, like, I can't even get that confident, because as soon as I get that confident, it doesn't matter. Like,
that's what I like about you.
Yeah,
like so that's the difference between Vikings fans and Packer fans. Because Mackenzie, when was the last time the Packers won a Super Bowl?
It was Aaron Rodgers, right? 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that's a long time.
When was the last time any team in the NFC North won a Super Bowl? the Green Bay Packers.
Right, but
When's the last time another team in the NFC North won a Super Bowl? 1985. When's the next time any other team won a Super Bowl? Never.
Speaking of 1985,
Great year.
this is the 40th anniversary of that team, and I got to give a little shout out here to my friends over at Amore Taste of Chicago in Las Vegas. If anyone's coming to the Las Vegas game, the Bears versus Raiders, the last weekend in September, they are having a 40th anniversary party that you can buy a ticket for, and you can meet Dennis McKinnon, Jim McMahon, Willie Galt, Refrigerator Perry, and Otis Wilson. And there's 3 different settings, and so look it up. It's going to be a meet and greet, dinner with the players, all sorts of fun stuff. But Amore Taste of Chicago in Las Vegas.
Love that. If I can scratch some money together, I'm definitely going to that. That's one thing I'd love to meet some of those players. And obviously, we're excited for this season. And all of us, everyone's excited for the season. It's that time of year. Trevor, I always love your content. Where can everyone find you as we close out tonight?
Yeah, you can find me at RevTrevNFL, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X. I'm everywhere. So check it out.
You're trying to be in the Bears' face. I get it. Yes. I respect it. I respect
the game. Respect the game.
I do.
And it's like hook, line, and sinker.
It is. Dre, where can everyone find you as we close out?
You can hit me up on Twitter /X. It's at Skullman Sports. So thanks for having me. It's always good to talk football, especially during the off season when honestly, in around a lot of people, it's hard to talk football. Like no one cares as much. That's right. We always care.
Yeah. And you can find me on NFLOutdated on the X Twitter, on YouTube. It's on Wednesday nights at 9:30 CST. And you can also find us on the Freezin #4 pod on the TikTok. And I haven't done any dances yet. We'll get there maybe. And maybe dancing on the graves of the Packers. I'm ready for that.
Monday Night Football. Bears beat the Lions. You better be dancing on TikTok.
Oh, the Vikings, you mean, to start off season?
My bad.
I'm down with that. And definitely as we kind of close out.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us, Mackenzie. I'm excited to kind of obviously hear more about the fan of the year stuff for 2025. And obviously you've had a great experience as well. Where can everyone find you as we kind of close out?
I am on Instagram at Ken's Kerr. And thank you so much for having me. And I'd love to come back another time.
Absolutely. And, someone who is a repeat performer year after year, 2 years in a row. Where can everyone find you? 7th letter.
Same OG on Twitter, same OG on Instagram and Facebook, 7th letter 4 on Twitter X, and on top of the NFC North.
For now.
For now.
Well, thanks everybody. This has been a great show. Definitely appreciate everyone for tuning in, commenting, all of that. Lots of great stuff tonight. And next week, I will definitely have some of my thoughts on training camp. I'm going to the Bears training camp on Friday, Vikings on Saturday, and Packers on Monday. So I'm going to get some miles in and definitely some content as well. So looking forward to that next week. Once again, this has been a Freezin NFC North podcast, NFC North storylines. We're getting there. Football is back. And thanks for joining us. Bear down. See you guys next week.
Bear down.
Skull.